Your journey begins at Konkan's busy Marshrutka terminal. It is basically the distance that is covered by Marshrutka that is not only cheaper but also that is a wonderful way to travel from Konkan to Fergana to observe the social, cultural, and daily life of the people. Dozens of shared minibuses wait for passengers here at this terminal. Drivers call out destinations while travelers load shopping bags, suitcases, and boxes of fresh produce into the vehicles. Vendors nearby sell bottled water, tea, fresh bread, and many other items. These are basically important items which are used while traveling in the Marshrutka. As the Marshrutka departs, Konkan's historic neighborhoods gradually fades into modern residential areas, small workshops, automobile repair garages, furniture stores, and neighborhood markets line the roadside. Soon the buildings become less crowded and wide open fields begin to dominate the landscape. Rows of tall popular trees, mulberry trees, and willows planted along the roads provide shade and creating long green avenues. Such types of markets are a common way you can observe these wonderful markets from where you can purchase not only the cheaper edible items but also the other necessities of life. These are very common and especially these are held at a certain distance from every town. That is the best way to provide the people with not only the local fresh vegetables, fruits, and everything regarding the edible items which are consumed on the daily basis, but also to provide them the other needs of the daily life. Here, if you stay for a few minutes, you can observe wonderful things regarding the society. The smooth highways allows the Marshrutka to travel comfortably while offering uninterrupted views of the surrounding countryside. The Fergana Valley is among the most productive agricultural regions in Central Asia. Throughout the journey, endless fields stretch across the plain. Depending on the season, you may observe cotton plantations with neat rows extending to the horizons, wheat fields turning golden before harvest, and the markets like this one continue to present the beautiful nature of the Fergana Valley. Especially, what is most interesting is to observe the fruit orchards, vegetable farms producing tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, peppers, cabbage, and carrots. Sunflower fields adding bright yellow colors to the scenery. Vineyards producing sweet grapes, and it is said that these grapes are having a wonderful taste that you can't compare any other category of the grapes in the world with the produce of these grapes. Orchards filled with apricots, peaches, cherries, apples, pears, Plums and pomegranates are filled with these wonderful delicacies everywhere in Fargana. Along the road, you can observe wonderful mosques, architectures, mansions, havelis, and many farmhouses. This is the most exciting to observe that how the people enjoy their daily life. One of the most interesting features of the valley is its extensive irrigation network. Canals run alongside roads and fields, carrying fresh mountain water throughout the region. Small bridges connect villages across the canals, while concrete gates regulate water flow into individual farms. Children sometimes play near the waterways. Fishermen try their luck, and livestock drink from smaller canals. The abundance of water explains why the valley remains so green even during the hot summer months. Every few kilometers, the Marshrutka passes through attractive villages. Typical villages features include brick houses surrounded by high walls, decorative metal entrance gates, country yard shaded by grapevines, fruit trees growing inside family compounds, flower gardens filled with roses and colorful blossoms, small family owned grocery shops, local schools and health centers, village mosques with modest minarets. These are very common throughout the way. The journey offers an excellent opportunity to observe everyday Uzbek life. Men wearing embroidered skull caps sit together outside tea houses discussing farming, business, and family matters. Women dressed in colorful traditional and modern clothes walk through village streets carrying groceries or returning from local markets. Children ride bicycles, play footballs, and help parents with household works. Elderly people sit outside their homes enjoying the shade while greeting neighbors and passing vehicles. This atmosphere is peaceful, friendly, and community oriented. Roadside trade flourishes throughout the valley. Small stalls sell fresh melons and watermelons, grapes and peaches, cherries and apricots, homemade bread that is called as naan, dried apricots and raisins, walnuts and almonds, honey produced by local beekeepers, fresh dairy products, traditional sweets and snacks. You can enjoy all these edible fantasies at a cheaper cost. Sometimes these are so fresh and delicious that you are ready to pack with them. The highway carries a fascinating mixture of vehicles along the route. You may encounter marshrutkas transporting commuters, private family cars, buses connecting regional towns, large freight trucks, tractors moving between farms, motorcycles and bicycles are very rare. Horse drawn and donkey carts in rural areas are also seen. One of the most rewarding aspects of the journey is observing local customs. Families often travel together across generations, reflecting the strong family values of Uzbek society. Respect for elders is evident as younger passengers readily offer seats to older travelers. Greetings between the relatives and the persons who are close to their life are warm and accompanied by friendly conversations. Many passengers share homemade food during the journey, and conversations frequently revolve around agriculture, education, weddings, seasonal harvests, and family celebrations. Mosques occasionally appear beside the road, and the call to prayer may be heard if traveling at the appropriate time. The valley presents a constantly changing panorama of green farmlands framed by distant valleys and mountains. During spring, the fields are lush and vibrant. Summer brings rich green crops and abundant fruit. Autumn paints the orchards in shade of gold, orange and red while harvest activity reaches its peak. Birds fly over irrigation canals, butterflies move among flowering plants, and the fresh scent of crops fills the countryside after irrigation or rain. So that is why it is recommended that somewhere you stay and enjoy the local life. The best way is to have a cup of coffee or green tea while traveling, and it is highly observable point that the people love the culture of sitting together, sipping the teas and enjoying the local life. As the Marshrutka nears Fergana, the rural scenery gradually gives way to urban development. Wide tree lined boulevards, apartment buildings, universities, hostels, shopping centers, cafes, hostels, and public parks begin to appear, and ultimately, you get that the place where you can observe that basically that is the center of the city. Here, while wandering through the city, you observe as a first sight of the city, you see how people are busy in their daily life and what they are enjoying. So that is the best way to ask the local people about the places which you want to search or where you wish to stay. Let us ask some information about from the local people.
Здравствуйте, девушка, 1 минут, пожалуйста. Где это место? Это,
Sultan Ahmad Khayer kaldır.
да, это,
Sultan Ahmad Farg'ona shu yer.
это направление здесь.
To'g'ri ketyapsiz.
Так,
Qayerga bormoqchisiz o'zi?
Da.
Где qayerga bormoqchisiz?
да.
Yangi Qo'rg'on.
Халикабад, где Халикабад?
Halqabod,
Да,
Tereta. Farg'onalikmisiz? Yo'q, Halqabod.
Халикабад.
Halqabod.
Спасибо. Yes.
People are very friendly and always ready to help you out in order to find the places and the spots. So, it is a very calm, beautiful city at a first glance. While in Fargana, you observe one of the first things is the close knit nature of Uzbek society. People greet one another warmly, even if they are only casual acquaintances. Fellow passengers often exchange smiles, ask about each other's families, and discuss local news. The atmosphere inside the Marshrutka is such that expands to the entire society. What you learn in the Marshrutka, that is the real display in the practical life in Fargana. Very peaceful, very neat and clean and calm city is it. People are very friendly and you observe that basically they are enjoying the most interesting, calm and beautiful life. Now, friends, come to Russian lesson 64. As you know that we are discussing verbs. Now, here we start some important irregular verbs. Please note that there are not so many irregular verbs. Rather, just a few verbs are irregular. Irregular means they have different technique of making the conjugation. So that is why we call them as the regular verbs. Here, the first verb that is most commonly used, it is very frequent, is yeast. Now you can make the conjugation. One, ya, yim. Two, te, yish. Three, on, ona, yeast. Four, me, yidim. Five, ve, yidite. Six, ani, idiot. So basically, these conjugations are more or less of the same nature what we have studied in the regular verbs, but somewhere these are entirely different. So the best rule to learn these types of verb is to learn the conjugation by heart and then make the practice by repeating over and over again. And after that, use these irregular verbs into your daily discussions, make small or short sentences, and then reply the sentences by yourself, ask yourself, and that is the best way to make the practice. Also, add some new vocabulary words depending upon the use of this verb. For example, here you need to add some edible things and you make the sentences by covering those edible items.